For Best Musical Theater Album, the nominees are Danielle Brooks, Cynthia Erivo, Jennifer Hudson, Stephen Bray, Van Deen, Frank Filippetti, Roy Furman, Joan Raffey, Scott Sanders, and Jhett Tolentino.
Okay, and the Grammy goes to The Color Purple. Danielle Brooks, Cynthia Erivo, Jennifer Hudson, Scott Sanders, and Jhett Tolentino. Come on, get up there. Come on.
What I don't know is that experience of someone going to that stage, receiving a Grammy or a Tony. How is that experience?
Well, my
and
first...
not once, but twice, thrice. Let's just be very specific about it. You won a Tony for
Vanya and Sonia.
Vanya and Sonia
and Spike.
And Spike.
Yeah, that was with Sigourney Weaver.
That's right.
In 2013.
Okay. And the Grammy, of course, was Color Purple.
Yeah.
Live on Hapi Talk in a one-on-one exclusive interview, three-time Tony and Grammy Award-winning film producer, one of the outstanding young men of the Philippines, and a presidential awardee, Jhett Tolentino, and your host, Hapi Gabriel.
Para na po mama, dito na po ako. Mama, ano ba para na po sa tabi lang po mama? Para makauman niyo na mama. Happy TV na! Alay! Ay, Jhett, nandiyan ka na pala. Kanina ka pa ba? Sorry, pasensya na talaga. Kung sinakyan kong eroplano, grabe, mali pala. Hindi ako naibaba agad. Oo, kasi naman yung nasakyan kong eroplano, akala ko kubaw ilalim. Ibabaw pala. Sorry na.
Every sacrifice, heartbreak, failure, triumph, betrayal, they were all worth it because they led me to where I am now.
Ready na kayong lahat? I just would like to introduce you guys our very, very special guest, a film producer based in New York, three-time Tony and Grammy Award winner.
Please, let's welcome
Jhett Tolentino! Welcome, Jhett! And welcome to Japan. Thank you, maraming salamat. I'm so honored to have you here at Japan. And congratulations. Maraming salamat. I really declare Filipino anywhere I go. Kung naman naisip ako kung dalawin dito, kahit maliit lang ang aming sila. Sign back straight under my radar for the longest time. Kaya alam ko lang na-reflect on Thanks for ever coming here. I have a film project next year with Maricel Fermin. So, ito yung first visit ko ang more in Saipan. Because I wanted to find out what I have to bring here in terms of manpower, equipment, vendors. Yeah, so this is my very first one. But I would love to serve it. Oo, would love to have you up. Ano yung sinasabi mo yung nag-admit mo na ginagawa mo with the title dito? Yeah, the film is called Real. With Maricel Fermin. Saan kayo nag-shoot? Nag-shoot pa kayo sa Broadway? Hindi pa kami nag-shoot. We're planning February, March. I see. Dapat mag-shoot kayo sa Saipan kahit kumain ng ganun ba? Kaya ikot ko muna.
Oo, looking forward to that.
Can you tell us more about your career journey? Paano ba nagsimula ang lahat ng ito?
My career journey did not really start in the United States. I didn't go to school to study theater, film, or any production. I was born, raised, and educated in Iloilo City in the Philippines. And I got my accounting degree from the University of Iloilo. I worked in Asia for about 5 years practicing as a private accountant. I wasn't licensed because after graduation I just had to find a job, for economic reasons. I also worked in Hong Kong for 2 years before I moved to the United States in 2002.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the starting lineup for Bali-Talk-Takan. Today is September 24, 2022. Nate and Tiana just got married!
It's an honor to be nominated, but of course to win is a totally different ballgame. Coming from the slum, of course not in a million years that I thought about this.
2002, I flew in. I got my training in Oakland, California. So, and then I worked for this electronic company for 2 years. But they were absorbed by Radio Shack. Then lumipat ako ng East Coast. And then I got into mortgage. And while working there, no family, no friends. Work during the day and at night, I would surrender to Broadway. Leave my worries at the door. I love the idea of lights out. I get entertained. I laugh, I cry, and every so often, I identify myself in the shows that I watch. After having seen over 1,000 shows, medyo nag-jaded na ako.
Dahil?
Wala. Alam ko na kasi yung mga shows, diba? Paulit-ulit na lang, and then napakamahal ng tickets. So, I started sort of advocating for Broadway to only come up with quality shows. Kasi isang ticket is over $100.
How much?
Over $100, isang ticket.
Isang ticket?
Yeah. So, I started writing about it. Apparently, they read reviews. And then I started getting invitations.
Sino ang the-popular na nakapansin ng vlog mo na yun?
I don't want to mention because he still doesn't want to talk to me.
Bakit?
I think I'm a terrible review.
Oh! Okay, kaya ka talaga sino ito?
I don't know. But again, nung ginawa ko yung mga reviews na yun, I did not know that they were fine.
Okay.
Kasi para sa akin, I was reviewing shows to save my readers their time and money. Right? Hindi ko talaga alam that they were fine. I'm not New York Times. So, but I went to the parties, I went to, doon na yung simula na hindi na ako nababayad na.
Talaga, di ba? Nag-open sa'yo ng maraming doors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at you now, where you kung saan ka na because of that review.
So yung mga instances na na-meet ko yung mga actor na in-offer ko sa review, I struggled with that. Kasi una, I did not know the magnitude of the impact of my words. They took it personally. And I stopped writing, I stopped reviewing it. So yung mga nabukas na shows, yung mga readers ko would message me, "Oy, bumukas na yung show, as in review."
Talaga hinihinga ka na ni review.
So yung mga reply ko palagi, just pick up the phone and call me. I don't put anything in writing anymore. So I was working for this Jewish woman before. She saw how I struggled, like a voice was coming out, but I can't talk about it. So she said, "Why don't you start producing? You know so much of the business already. You pick the shows and I write the check." So yun, nag-start ako going around all over the United States to look for shows to bring to Broadway. And then yun, isa na. And that's 2012.
Anong kauna-unahang Broadway na?
Una, invest muna kami sa mga, this is not my fighting. Nag-invest na kami on Ricky Martin. Sa
Ricky Martin?
Yeah. Because he's Ricky Martin.
Oo.
And then we also invested in Harry Jr. But that was not under my name. So, yung Broadway debut ko on Broadway in 2013 was Vanya and Sonia. I saw that show in Lincoln Center. So I reached out to the president of Lincoln Center, Andre Bishop. Sabi ko, Andre, what's the plan for the show? Because I really love it so much. He's like, oh, we don't have any plans because Sigourney is going back to New Zealand to film Avatar 2. And then the show is always confused with Uncle Vanya, which is, you know, not too many people find it interesting enough. So sabi ko, it's different. And sabi ko, okay, just give me a few weeks and I'll see what I can do. So yun, I identified yung mga other producers that we could partner.
May experience ka ba na racism there?
Interesting enough, Broadway is not like that. It's very open. Well, I mean, there might be, but I didn't experience it. Because I think I started with the respect, right? So most of my colleagues already knew yung anong ginawa ko, why I was there. Because of my blog, right? So they respected me from day one, right? Because they read my reviews. And then, so yung tiningkat ko yung Vanya and Sonia like for my Broadway debut, that one was Sonia.
Do you think that was your real life situation that inspired you to do what you're doing now?
Not quite, because before I consciously decided to produce, napansin ko lang na walang Filipino Broadway on, walang Filipino producer on Broadway. Ngayon, I'm still the only one. I count in one hand ibang collaborators, right? I have one Korean, I have one Chinese, I have one Malaysian, and I have one Korean. Again, you can count in one hand yung mga minority producers. So, I said, I want to try that. And it worked.
By producing that, mahal talaga yung cost ng producing. Paano mo na ano yun? And because of your partner?
Well, the thing is, she let me choose the project, right? Ako, sa dami-dami pinag sa akin, I cannot just go by what the recommendation of other people. I have to see it myself, I have to read the script, I have to hear the demos. I was very, very careful. Kasi parang, I sort of imposed on myself that I could choose because I always put on the critical hat first. Because I was a critic before I was a producer.
Yeah.
So, kaya 7 years later, I have produced 18 shows. Okay? And not one of them, wala akong bad review from the New York Times.
We're not going to be successful right away. We cannot just achieve something that we want to achieve in life. Marami kang pagdadaanan, di ba?
Sure.
Nagkaklaw na kasi ako. I'm a child entertainer here sa child entertainer. Kung si Tito Boy ay merong stock, meron akong express to. Ka-time ka ni Jhett, ang mga 3 minutes lang. Teka lang, bilang ko ang ating question. Dami, over 100 pala ito. Charot! Na nakapasa ka sa ating challenge ay meron kang isang order na chicken feet from the Borgos. Una-una kong boyfriend talagang inundo. Okay, kabalo. Ang tulo niya pa sa akin, pagbabati daw ako sa aking mga kaibigan. Sabi niya, bilat si Pinoy. Ako naman, hi, bilat si Pinoy din. Ready ka na ba? Mag-inig 2 drink water muna. Oo. Kasi tinidinig. Napainom ng tubig si Jhett. And the Grammy goes to Jhett Tolentino. Ang ganda ng pakinggan. Kaya mga US citizen, na yan. Ako malapit na din. Senior citizen.
I want to go to Iceland.
Oh, Iceland. Mura daw kasi ayos talaga dun eh.
One Asian countries were represented in this film.
Kasama dapat ako dyan, busy lang ako eh.
Sagot niya sa email ko, sabi niya, talk to my agent. Asa it. If I can predict the ending, I won't like it.
Sa tingin mo, anong ending? Nakikita mo na magiging ending ko.
Ay, sabi ko nga, di ba, yung the promotional video that you produced about this song, ang dami na gumawa na ganyan sa akin, but they never did it like what you did.
Okay. I love to see you.
You will have your own show.